Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. This is the United Agenda. So, guys, the Champions League has been drawn. Like we've all seen how Manchester United, the teams who've actually been drawn with, and reactions from the fan base, from Omar Barada, from Jim Ratcliffe, Gary Neville. Everybody have actually reacted to that Champions League draw today. So, in my own opinion, I think on paper, the teams, apart from Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid, I think the teams there, we can easily qualify on paper. But when you're gonna face reality is when you are in the pitch, when you are playing. I don't think there is any Manchester United fan who can bet with their last card that they are rooting for Manchester United to beat at least all the teams in that our sport or slot. All the teams apart from Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid, you can no Manchester United fan will do it. As a Manchester United fan, there's no way you bet that Manchester United can win all that teams in that their plot except Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid. You can't do that. You cannot bet. So, on paper, we might be looking good, but in reality, when you're inside the pitch playing, we might be in a very big trouble. Now, after the draw, Omar Barada was actually asked about how he feels or how he sees the draw, the Champions League draw. And he said, at United, we approach every competition to win it. We are going to take it one match at a time and try to go as far as possible. This is what Omar Barada had to say after that Champions League draw from that Champions League draw today. I think he's coming back to his senses, because if he wasn't thinking very well, he could have told the reporter that Manchester United was going to win the Champions League, just the way he told Andy Meeting on a clear 4K that if Manchester United are not winning the league this season, they will push for it next season. That was what Omar Barada told us, that led majority of Manchester United fans to think that this our summer transfer window will be one of the best in history. But look at what they've delivered to us. Look at what this football club have actually delivered to us. Jim Ratcliffe was asked also about the Champions League draw, and he said, apart from Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich, we are looking good. But Bayern Munich is not that, to be frank with, what's his name? Olise, very good player. But we have Bruno Fernandes, and they have Harry Kane. And as well, you have Benjamin Sesko. This guy, this Jim Ratcliffe, and he was even bringing us back to the 1999 Champions League finals against Bayern Munich. And he had, Jim Ratcliffe had the mind to bring us back to the Champions League finals against Bayern Munich in 1999. This guy had the guts and the morale to open his mouth and say that feelings of 1999 is still in this football club today. Time. Jim Ratcliffe opened his mouth. Let me get the exact code. Let it not be like I'm actually misquoting Jim Ratcliffe on what he said after this Champions League draw. Let it not be like I'm misquoting Jim Ratcliffe. Oh God, where is that? Where is that his quote? Do I need to look for the quote? I actually do not need to look for the quote, because we've all seen it. All of us, we've all seen that quote from Jim Ratcliffe. I don't need to look for that quote. So that is all I have to say about the Champions League draw. Now, I hope Michael Carrick, as a Manchester United fan, all we are leaning on now is we are leaning on Michael Carrick and hopes. Like Michael Carrick, or majority of Manchester, or almost all the Manchester United fans, what we are hoping on is on Michael Carrick. We are just hoping on Michael Carrick to perform his miracles. You cannot tell me you are a Manchester United fan and you are excited about this new season, seeing what other teams have been doing in this transfer window. Looking at what other teams have been doing in this transfer window, there is no way you tell me as a Manchester United fan that you are excited or you are happy to watch Manchester United this season. There's no way. Forget about pretense. You are not happy as a Manchester United fan. You might be happy for the new season, but you are not going to be happy for the way this transfer window have actually panned out. Look at Chelsea now. Let me dissect something here. Let me dissect something for you. Manchester United brought Ruben Amorim in. A different style of play, a different coach, a different, as in DNA. And they said we were going to build with Amorim. They bought him attacking players. Ruben Amorim got sacked because he was requesting for a midfielder. That was the reason why Amorim got sacked. Look at okay, now some Manchester United fans said Ruben Amorim needed to prove himself with the players they've actually given him. He should stop demanding. That he should prove the board, or that he should show the board why they should get more players for him, that he should use the ones he have. That was what some Manchester United fans were saying after Ruben Amorim took that job and when he was requesting for midfielder. Look at Xavi Alonso at Chelsea. Xavi Alonso haven't managed in the Premier League. Yes, he played as a player in the Premier League, but he hasn't managed a team or coached a team in the Premier League. Chelsea have actually backed Xavi Alonso. As in, when you talking about backing a manager, when you're actually talking about backing a manager, just go and look at Chelsea and Manchester City. Forget about Arsenal. Arsenal are a developed team already. When you talk about backing your manager, look at Chelsea and Manchester City. Chelsea have almost signed complete squad. Chelsea have almost signed complete squad in their team. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me read it out for you. The players Chelsea have actually signed. The players Chelsea have actually signed this transfer window. Chelsea signed Giovanni Quenda. Maybe they signed him last season, but he's here now. Quenda. Is it Palestra from Atalanta? They've also signed Morgan Rogers, Harrison Betoni from Wigan, Maxine Lecroix from Crystal Palace, Danny Welbeck, Valentin Bako, Jordan Henderson, Chavaria. Maybe I've butchered his name, but you know who I'm talking about. They've signed today. They've also signed Dibu Martinez, the Aston Villa goalkeeper, Emmanuel Emeha from Strasbourg. Is it Dema from Corinthians? Chelsea have signed a lot of players, experienced as well, young also, and they've also sold players. Chelsea signing players and selling players. That is what it means by backing your manager. Backing your manager. Look at Manchester City. Manchester City sold Rodri. They've went and bought Boadi for 100 million. Elliot Anderson, 112. They are still moving to get Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. These two players, forget about Boadi. I don't know about him. I've not watched him more. But Elliot Anderson and Enzo Fernandez will start for Manchester. Will start in that Manchester United midfield. They will kick Andre Santos out. They will kick Carlos Baleba out. They will kick Yuri Telemans out. Even Kobe Menu. This is the type of transfer window. Forget about the price. Forget about the price. Those prices might be expensive, but will those players make you play better? Are they going to improve your team? The answer is 100% yes. The answer is 100% yes. So why won't you go for them? Why won't you go for them? Liverpool have actually signed Barcola, and from their reports, they said Barcola has been their number one target for the replacement of Mo Salah. They went and got their number one target, Barcola. Manchester City went and got their number one target in Elliot Anderson. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal is pushing for Julian Alvarez for over 150 million. He is one of their main targets. Which of our main target this summer transfer window did we actually get? None. 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 Chelsea without Champions League football is spending 112 on a player. Don't get me wrong, those prices are high, but at least if you say this player is your main target, go and get that player, because there is a reason why you said he is your main target. He is your main target because you know he is actually going to improve your team. That is why those players are your main targets. Go and get them at all costs. But Manchester United, we never got any of our main targets. You can't tell me Andre Santos was one of our main targets. You can't tell me Yuri Telemans was one of our main targets. Carlos Baleba was our target 1 year or 2 years ago before we got him this season. And you want to tell me or convince me that Ineos are doing well. Now, let's come in the aspect of selling players. Let's assume that Manu Ugarte is fit. Let's actually assume that Manu Ugarte is fit Do you think we will be, Manchester United will be able to sell him for at least even 20,000, even 20 million pounds? Sorry. Do you think it will be easy to get 20 million pounds for Manu Ugarte? The answer is no. But look at Chelsea selling Liam Delap for 50 million. They bought him 30 million last season, and they are selling him 50 this season. Liam Delap had only 3 league goals throughout last season. A striker for that matter. 3 league goals. Is Liam Delap better than Joshua Zexi? The answer is no. So why are we finding it difficult to sell Joshua Zexi? We bought Joshua Zexi for about 35 million pounds 2 seasons ago. So why is it difficult to sell him even at 10 million? At least 10 million. We cannot sell Joshua Zexi. And you tell me that this football club, even buying even the cheaper players we've bought, we cannot even sell them. The cheaper ones we have, we cannot even sell them. Look at our academic players. Manchester City and Chelsea usually get 20 and above for when they sell their academic players. Name any academic player Manchester United have actually sold for more than 15 million. That is how bad this board is. That is how bad this football club is. Forget about the signings. Let's talk about the sales. Why are we not selling? Why are we not good at selling? Look at Chelsea. They will look at how much they sold Nicholas Jackson to Aston Villa. Nicholas Jackson. Liam Delap. See the amount of money Chelsea are making. That is why they are spending. We cannot sell. We cannot buy. Even ordinary loan, we don't know how to do. Marcus Rashford. Now you will tell me because of his wages. Excuses everywhere. How can you trust this board as a Manchester United fan? Manchester City selling Rodri. Now they are in talks for Enzo Fernandez. We lost Casemiro, one of the vital players for Michael Carrick. One of the players that made us got Champions League today. Manchester United appeared in that Champions League spot today. 50% of Casemiro's contribution last season made us appear in that Champions League draw today. Then a player that was very vital for you getting Champions League left and you couldn't replace him. You couldn't replace him. And you think you are serious as a football club. 50% of the reason why we got Champions League was because of Casemiro in terms of what he brought last season, what he gave us last season, in terms of defense, in terms of goals. That was one of the reasons we got Champions League football. 50% of the contribution from Casemiro. And you couldn't replace him. Look at the goal we conceded against Hull City. You won't tell me that if Casemiro was in that pitch, we wouldn't like defend one of those goals or even equalize. Hull City just did a very simple mathematics by going to mark Harry Maguire for all the set piece. And we couldn't do anything anymore. A majority of our goals last season came from set piece, which was Casemiro's goals. How can you be a Manchester United fan and you think you can trust this board? All they care about is just the stadium. Build the stadium which is going to make them a lot of money. I've said my piece. I've actually said my piece. All we are hoping for, all we are actually hoping for is let Michael Carrick make it work. That is all. That is where all our hopes are. Carrick should perform his miracles. Apart from that, I don't see how this football club is going forward. To be honest, let's all hope Carrick performs his miracle, because he has been a very lucky guy since he took this job. Michael Carrick has been a very lucky guy since he took this job. Luck follows the guy. Fingers crossed, he will pull us out of this mess. If it goes back, if it goes bad, it's on the board. If it goes well, all praises to Michael Carrick. You cannot praise this pathetic board. You cannot praise them. You can't give them any credit. They do not have any. Maybe inside the club you can, but on the pitch, outside the football club, like on the pitch, all credit to Michael Carrick. You cannot trust these people. You cannot trust them. I've said it all. This is the United agenda. So guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I will come back tomorrow for my match preview against Ipswich. Is it Ipswich? Yes, on Sunday. So guys, what do you think about the Champions League draw? Do you think Manchester United will actually surprise European football or the European giants? Do you think will actually surprise them? I'm hoping. I'm actually hoping we'll do something. I'm actually hoping Michael Carrick will bring us out of this mess this season. So guys, don't forget to share, like and subscribe. This is the United agenda. Until we meet on the next